Empires on the Run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
For all of recorded history, civilizations around the world praised the health benefits of silver. At InfoWars Life, our mission is to bring you the highest quality, purest, cleanest, effective colloidal silver on the market today for the lowest price available. You don't have to be a doctor to know. The fall and winter months are the most dangerous time of year in North America when it comes to you and your family's health. InfoWarsLife.com is very excited to announce our biggest run yet of Silver Bullet colloidal silver, exclusively available at InfoWarsLife.com. Now, InfoWarsLife.com has taken colloidal silver to the next level using a cutting-edge technique that is free of toxic artificial additives. Now more than ever, it's important to stock up on high-quality Silver Bullet from InfoWarsLife.com. No survival chest is complete without Silver Bullet. Secure your Silver Bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Silver Bullet. Sold out for weeks due to the difficult and extensive proprietary process behind its creation, the exclusive InfoWars Life Secret 12 formulation is now back in stock. This ultra-clean vitamin B12 nutraceutical has been carefully crafted and developed over the last 2 years and is based on cellular science of how your body actively absorbs essential nutrients. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and could not be properly absorbed by the body. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin, the most bioactive form that has been created with our proprietary process. Secret 12 is taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
He aligns himself with the truth, and it's time for you to choose a side. You're listening to Alex Jones.
The lonely sea.
The lonely sea.
The lonely sea.
You ought to hear the discussion about the war they're trying to stir up between men and women going on in the control room during the break. Very informative radio. We really should just put a microphone in there, and that'll be a more popular channel than this. Go ahead and punch up the screenshot, CJ, of you guys, and they're smiling and laughing. That's right. More and more, we're moving into the main studio out of the old studio. So now we're in here 3 days a week, and by next month, 5 days a week. The Sunday show, 4 to 6 p.m., will still be produced out of the smaller studio. We have the other studio next door. I'm going to launch some more shows, not just my show, but a couple other daily programs, news programs as well, not just the nightly news. We've got a lot of plans here at InfoWars. And it's all thanks to you, Alex, your prayers, your support. What's that, CJ?
I have a quick comment about us being here in the control room. We've gotten some comments that your staff is a bunch of hippies and outdoorsy people. I'm just too busy to shave. It's a hard life working.
Well, hey, it's okay if you want to have a beard. That's normal.
Yeah.
Plus, you could join ISIS.
Exactly. I called them on the phone that's right next to
Hey, CJ, you should be on screen, though, whenever you're talking.
I am. I'm too far away from the control panel.
There you go. Now you're on air. Don't you have a mic over at your control area?
It's just to talk to you. This one's to talk to the rest of the world.
Ah, well, let's get you a mic.
Let's just have microphones everywhere.
Yeah, then we'll have a feedback loop in the show creator.
Well, that might be a
It's my
good
job
thing.
to make this show sound good.
Maybe Hillary Clinton is God, and we should just let her run everything.
She
How's that
will be the
sound?
next president.
I want to go to phone calls, but I've got to hit news first, or I'll never get to it all, at least part of the news. Let's go ahead and go into these clips that we have here of Hillary. This is White House press briefing. Ed Henry questions, why can't you just once say Secretary Clinton didn't follow those guidelines? Well, look, they're not guidelines. There's federal law that's the Open Records Act. It's very old, that major cabinet positions especially have to do everything on record. And it gets into the whole situation with Bilderberg and different laws that are violated when policies being discussed and decided in secret. But we now live in a country where global treaties are secret and FCC power grabs of telecommunications are secret. We're now a week into the telecommunications takeover. It was a week ago. And they won't release it still. It's just epic what they're getting away with. But it's par for the course. So let's go ahead and go to some of these clips. Here's the first one.
So, Josh, if they were held to the same standard, after dozens of questions over 2 days, why can't you just once say, Secretary Clinton did not follow that guidance?
Because the guidance that has been given to these individual agencies is to ensure that they are in compliance with the Federal Records Act, which actually indicates that when personal email is used for official government business, it's required for that personal email to be stored, properly maintained, and preserved at the agency. And that, according to President Clinton's team, is exactly what they did. Which would
years later at her home, not preserved by the State Department.
No, again,
Let's stop right
those
there.
records right now.
She had emails using fake names, communicating with people through their fake emails in an organized criminal operation. It's called racketeering. And this is a known criminal. This is Hillary Clinton we're talking about, a known Brian Williams-level liar as well. Let's continue and finish the clip.
Reside at the Department of State so that they can be properly preserved and
in the
maintained
last few months.
so that they could be used in response to legitimate inquiries from the public and from Congress.
But after you asked for it, years later.
Well, to be clear, it's the Department of State that asked for it, and they asked it not just of Secretary Clinton.
But why shouldn't it just be seen as politics and you protecting Secretary Clinton? I mean, why can't you have all these rules and laws? Why can't you just say she exercised poor judgment? Even if you don't know if she broke the law. This is your guidance. It was not followed.
Yeah. Well, Ed, the question...
This guy's like, I'm trying to whitewash here. Please help me.
Whether or not she was in compliance with the Federal Records Act. And again, it requires that...
All right, that's enough. Get that little snot nose. He is the ultimate snot nose. I have a quote here by Karl Rove where he told the New York Times, I don't care what you do, I control reality, ha ha ha. Quote, we're an empire now. It's the front page of Infowars.com. We're an empire now, and when we act, we create our own reality. And while you're studying that reality judiciously, as you will, we'll act again, creating other new realities, and you, all of you, will be left to just study that, what we do. Karl Rove. The arrogance of we exist, we live, you sleep, you follow us, we control reality because you go along with us. You, when we say 2 + 2 = 5, you believe it. When we say Obamacare cuts prices when it doesn't, you believe it. When we tell you we're not coming after your guns, you believe it. When we tell you open borders is a great thing, you go along with it. And it's all because we comply with these people. Here's another clip. White House press briefing. Ed Henry questions specifically, did the White House know that Secretary Clinton had her own server? Now, remember, notice the press briefing room used to have like 5 times as many people. They've moved it to a smaller room. You've got to be specifically vetted by the White House now to be in there, and you have to pre-provide your questions. So this is probably staged. You've got to ask, why are they staging it? But here's the clip.
Okay, and specifically, did the White House know that Secretary Clinton had her own server?
I don't know the answer to that. As I mentioned earlier, I think the extent of knowledge about Secretary Clinton's...
did the White House know that you're Eddie Haskell wannabe?
And she used that email address that, as we all now know, was not at state.gov.
That was all of the deference category.
But that she was emailing White House officials. That's something that I acknowledged from the beginning.
Yeah, they're all involved in it now.
Shouldn't be a particular surprise that the Secretary of State is emailing senior White House.
Oh, what a big surprise! The secret email.
The expectation at the White House, as as was the case for every other cabinet agency, is that she and her team are in compliance with the Federal Records Act.
So you're acknowledging for 4 years she did not use the State Department account, and to Major's question, every senior official here at the White House just deferred and said, that's okay.
Every senior official
well, let's stop right there. Because you find in the emails that have been released, she's communicating with other hidden accounts. That's the big issue, is they had a network headline. White House ran network of fake accounts to hide data from public and press. That's your real scandal. Let's go to the next clip here. Here's another one. It's been known and confirmed on Capitol Hill that former EPA chief Lisa Jackson, notice we pointed this out days ago, now it's being pointed out, had a whole other account that she was using the name Richard Windsor. Was Lisa Jackson ever held accountable? Well, yeah, she had to step down. Let's go to the clip.
Not just Secretary Clinton, it's throughout the government. It's been known and confirmed on Capitol Hill that former EPA Chief Lisa Jackson had a whole nother account that she was using, used the name Richard Windsor, to talk to officials and talk to outside groups. Did anyone here at the White House ever challenge that? Was Lisa Jackson ever held accountable, admonished in any way?
But that has nothing to do with the Federal Records Act, because
it has to do with maintaining a different email
account. Yeah, it's a conspiracy to get around that.
Under a different name for official business.
But the official business is properly maintained with the EPA at that agency as it's supposed to be.
Under Richard Windsor, it was properly maintained.
Ed, it was preserved at the Department of
under another name
of the EPA.
Under another
so that individuals, like individuals in Congress, could have access to that information based on legitimate inquiries. That is entirely consistent with the Federal Records Act.
Okay, last on this, in cooperating with Congress, the Benghazi terror attacks were in 2012, and shortly thereafter, as we all know, Republicans started asking for documents. Now we learn that
7 different committees.
7 different, in fact, yes.
Yeah, she didn't
all
bring
of which
forward.
Found not a single instance of wrongdoing by
Let's stop right there.
Which...
That lawyer tactic of 7 committees. It's like, you hacked your wife open with an axe in front of your neighbors, and it was videotaped. By the way, that axe was purchased at Sears and Roebuck. Yes, these committees asked for these documents, he's about to say, and you didn't bring them out. You kept them secret, absconding. But the state just goes, 7 committees to look smart. Because all he's up there to do is to look pin-headed for a bunch of trendies who think some guy like this is really cool because he looks like an actor from Horrible Bosses or something. I mean, it's all about how they look. It's all about snow jobbing the public. And I know people know this, but the issue here is this is the Secretary of State with fake email accounts, and he's up here acting like nothing's happened. It is disgusting. I want to go back to your calls, but I said I'd get into this, so I'm going to get into it right now. I already pretty much covered this, but it's on Infowars.com, a Paul Watson article. NBA, that's the National Basketball Dum-Dum Association, launches a feminist campaign to lecture men on not doing enough housework, close quote, men not doing their fair share of daily chores. There's no metric. There's no study. Actually, there are studies showing that men work more hours and actually are bigger breadwinners, and it actually shows. I just remembered these. Guys, Google it. There's so many studies showing that men actually do a disproportionate amount of repair work, auto work, carrying the trash out, cooking dinner. I mean, my dad and mom weren't pinheads. They knew families stuck together. They knew that siblings stuck together. They knew that that was what it was all about. But my mom would do the laundry and clean up and stuff and maybe have a maid come once a week or something to help her with deep cleaning. But my dad was the one that fixed the roof and fixed the faucets. And it wasn't like, oh, who's going to cook dinner tonight? My dad would excitedly run in at 6 at night, coming home early from work. That was early for him, and go, I went and bought baked potatoes and steaks and salad and Brussels sprouts. I'm going to make dinner tonight. He'd do that maybe once or twice a week. He'd probably cook dinner on Saturday night. He'd cook dinner on Wednesday night. And it was just never, oh, you're not doing your fair share. Listen, if my dad sat on his butt and watched football, which he did sometimes, my mom would bring him food because she got the fact he was out there dominating in business, taking her on vacations, making her money, taking care of her family when she needed help, taking, because she was in that family. She took the name of Jones. She was in